Next up at UFC Nashville, we have Lauren Murphy taking on Eduarda Moura in another fight with astonishing odds. Eduarda Moura minus 700 in this fight, taking on former title challenger Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy is 3-2 in her last 5, and she is coming back after a dose-year layoff. Taking on Eduarda Moura, 4-1 in her last 5. She's coming off a grappling win over the pretty good Veronica Hardy. Lauren Murphy is somebody we've broken down a ton of times before. Is she amazing skill-wise? No. Is she physically imposing? Yes. She's got good will, good determination. She is strong. She'll move forward, and she will grind. She's not faster than anybody. She's likely not more skilled than anybody. She's not more powerful than
I think the important thing is that we've seen her titty.
You've seen the titty, and she's talking about the way you stay married is you give blowjobs. So her husband is happy.
Now say that again.
Lauren Murphy has said several times over, the way you have a happy life is you hand out some blowjobs. So Lauren Murphy has a very happy husband. He's not going to be happy when
I don't know, because just because you're giving them doesn't mean you're giving them right, because, once you've had a good one.
Show us the best way to give one.
Once you've had a good one, your whole life honestly changes and nothing. It's like you're constantly just kind of chasing that, to be honest with you.
And her husband's not going to be too pleased with her this weekend because she's going to come home a little battered, a little bruised because she's taking on Eduarda Moura. And while Eduarda Moura isn't the most dangerous person in this division, she is a solid grappler with good takedowns and submissions. She is aggressive with that grappling. She wastes no time coming across the cage, initiating a takedown. The striking is sloppy, but it's really there just to set up the takedown. She's coming off that win over Veronica Hardy where she was not desperate for the takedowns. She set them up appropriately, and she got them when she went for them. She's taking on a 41-year-old. And yes, there is a giant difference in experience and probably a difference in just physical strength. And there could be a difference in just will and determination as well. But I do think a 2-year layoff at that age, taking on a young up-and-comer who will shoot the takedowns, who will grind, and Eduarda Moura has to be the pick. And the odds are unfortunately appropriate on a card like this when the odds are absolutely insane. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, Eduarda Moura is one of my girls. She is the Brazilian former lock of the week, got the job done against Veronica Hardy, answered the questions of her cardio, can she strike? The biggest question going into that fight against Veronica Hardy was, can she get the takedowns? And if she can't get the takedowns, can she go 15 minutes in the striking? Because as somebody like a Walter Walker, she was coming in, just kind of smoking everybody, ran into a girl that knew what she was doing in Denise Gomes and really kind of struggled. Obviously, she never quit in that. She was just spamming takedowns, but the cardio wasn't quite there. Came in against Veronica Hardy and looked good in the striking, handled herself in the striking, got the takedowns when she needed to solidify the rounds. The game plan was perfect. If you look at her Instagram, which I do hourly, it looks like she slimmed down even more, because if you watch her in the Contender Series, she fucking jacked up. Looks like she slimmed down even more to be even better in this division. I think she's going to look great in there. If you don't know who Eduarda Moura is, you've never watched her before, she is a very high-level wrestler and grappler. She is like one of those rare girls that shoots like blast doubles, picks people up, slams them down, cuts the angles, very explosive in what she does. She's a training partner, good friends of Jailton Almeida, so that's kind of the grappling prowess that she has in fights. If she comes in and wants to get the takedowns, she should be able to get the takedowns. If she comes in, this is almost like the Mike Davis thing, with her old game plan, thinks she's just going to get takedowns and just kind of destroy and maul a girl like Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy is not very good. On the feet, she's a heavy bag, but what she is, it's very, very tough. And if Eduarda comes in and just tries to maul her, blows her load, things could get a little bit interesting, because we've seen more slowed down before in fights. But I think she kind of hangs out, lands some nice shots on the feet. Lauren Murphy, as I mentioned, is very, very hittable and does kind of the same game plan she has last time. Touch, 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 get a takedown, try to find a finish. I actually think that it almost feels like Lauren Murphy has been too tough for too long. She's been in so many fights where she just gets the fucking shit beat out of her. Shevchenko did it. Andrade's last fight was fucking almost hard to watch at times.
That was bad.
Yeah, and it feels like Eduarda is really going to sit on some stuff. She's a strong girl with power, improving the striking, and could finally kind of crack that code of hurting a girl like Lauren Murphy. I think we may be able to find a finish in this. I'm all over Eduarda. This is a pretty tailor-made matchup for her. Lauren Murphy isn't anything too dangerous, except for she's durable. Maybe she can get Eduarda to kind of gas herself out. But Eduarda seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders, and I can't wait. I'm a big fan of Eduarda.
Yeah, listen, I'm on the Eduarda side. I know people are hating on the odds, and it's women, but I get it. But we are in this era now of the UFC where the odds are just tricky. Like, people recognize pretty one-sided fights, and they bet the absolute shit out of them, and this is one of those fights. It should be one-sided. Younger, faster, stronger, better wrestler. It should be one-sided. Eduarda Moura is going to be the pick. That $9,500 on the DraftKings fantasy side is when it gets a little tricky because she may not get a finish. Like Jacob's point, Lauren Murphy can take a savage beating, and if she just takes a beating here, Eduarda's going to need a whole ton of takedowns to really cover that salary. I don't know.
She's pretty good about. I mean, if she wants to wrestle, I could see her easily getting into mount, and I mean, she'll chase subs too. She's very good with the subs as well. And you can only out. I mean, you can be very, very tough, but when that arm goes around your neck.
Well, I do think Lauren's a solid grappler, so I don't know if she'll get subbed, but I don't think she'll be able to.
Excuse me? What'd you say?
A solid grappler.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see.
She's got good jiu-jitsu.
Are we just gonna get just randomly wildly racist?
I can't see you. What are you doing? All right. Well, now this is my wife.
Oh my God, Tiffany, get the fuck out!
She's also working the ranch.
Jacob, give us a. You're actually a
new hat.
What?
Oh yeah, she's got a hat too because she's also on the ranch.
You're actually a
cowgirl.
Can you give us a little yeehaw?
Yeehaw!
See, she's got the twang in it. Now you do it. Angela. You
I don't
do yeehaw.
I do.
I'm gonna take my medicine because conversations got interesting.
Okay, listen. You and I are both on the same side here. I do think Eduarda Moura, while wildly expensive, might be. You might have to throw in a little bit of a parlay. If you want the most juiced parlay of all time, throw Eduarda Moura, that 1,400 Fatima, and that.
Oh my God! My parlay of the fucking century I put on Twitter is the under 2.5 for both girl fights, and we're gonna. I saw you did that.
We had that a few months ago where I quite literally said the under 2.5 here in a rare lady fight might be the way to go. And there was 2 female fights. They were back to back. Both of them finished. And that was the first time in the history of the UFC that 2 female fights went back to back.
And I mean, Fatima has such an advantage on the ground. Eduarda just has such an advantage everywhere. It just feels like they should both find finishes.
Well, it'll be, I hope they do.
Hey!
Hey! No, that's not it. Hey!
Hey!
Oh, that wasn't it. That wasn't
hey!
it. Honestly, only a big black dude can do it. Like it is like.
So we are just going to get wildly racist. Okay.
How is that racist? It's a compliment.
You were mocking the Brazilians 5 minutes ago. Now you're bringing up.
You know who else has a phenomenal? Obviously, big X the plug, and that dude Dre from Dallas. He's got a phenomenal. He's got a
Who the fuck is Dre from Dallas?
He's a food TikToker.
Is he black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great.
Not surprised, Angelo. Not surprised.
I'm not either. He's got a great A.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
Anyway, you can unlock
right, D. We're not surprised.
Every pick, every pick, every bet, every tool right now at WeWantPicks.com. All of it instantly.
So, Instinct said this has to be a fever dream. I agree. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
It's a weird night. Listen, we're in Idaho. We're hanging out.
Remember when Angelo called his black friend and he didn't pick up?
I remember, and he called me back the next day. He's like, "Did you call me?" I said, "Yeah, dickhead." And now I look like an idiot that I just made you up. And then I was like, can you? He's like, "No, I'm not." No, the fuck out of here. I wanted him to weigh in on. I wanted him to film a video accepting you into the African American community since gingers were accepted. And he was like, "I'm not doing that." I said, "All right, I got you."
Yeah, I mean, when you're accepted, you're accepted. I don't need his fucking.
Who the
fuck is he? That little uppity dude. That dude's never seen the streets in his life.
Newtown, Connecticut was rough and tumble.